Hi everyone, how is your day going? Wow, got a glare. Let's see if I can fix that. Might be the window. Take care of those technical things. That's still got a glare. Okay, well let's open that back up because it's dark in here today. How is everybody? Say hi if you're there. So I'm just waiting to have my computer catch up with me so I can make sure that you see me well. Come on, computer. So how's everybody's day going? There we are. All right. We are rocking and rolling now. All right. Hello. Jackie Bloom here. Always a free video. Thank you for stopping by. I do them on Fridays in case you don't know. And thank you so much for shopping with me. Keeps me going to bring you new products and show you lots of fun things. So first thing I'm going to talk about is that we have Cardstock Carnival still going. Through the end of this month, it's a discount on cardstocks. Either buy a whole pack or buy some selected colors. And they also have this time some die cuts with UV coating. So, let's see. Problem with taking them out of the bag is everything falls out. But I will take them partially out. They are very thin. They are very shiny. Hopefully you can see that. I'll show you the back side, which is the lighter color. This one is candy apple. And maybe I will make a bonus card with these. So I just wanted to show you that and say thank you and happy shopping. And what else are we talking about today? I am going to be using a couple of sets. And this is the very cute Strawberry Mice, which is also a special. You can buy the Mice Card Workshop. So there's several cards here that you can make with this workshop. I'll hold it up a little bit closer so you can get a look at those. There is some acrylic in there. Candy apple again is the color of those. And there's a bunch of different specials. There's scrapbooking, there's another card kit, and I also have this one, and maybe I'll do something next week with that. But where I got this stamp is from this kit. You can only get it in the kit, which is cardstock, envelopes, some acrylic pieces, and then the stamp set. Okay. So that's that. And that actually came from this, which is National Scrapbooking Day Celebration. So when you go to my workshop, if you up on the top hit promotions, you can see National Scrapbooking, and you can also just scroll through and find it as well on the front page. And the next stamp set that I'm using, which I believe this one, I don't know if it's back in stock, but I do know that they reordered because it did sell out at one time. It is Z4700. It's the Cosette card making kit. You guys need this. I love these two pieces. A great oval and a great shape. Flowers and words are also awesome, but I bought it just for that and I love it. Okay. What are we talking about today? We're talking about a little bit easier way of coloring. Some people don't like to color. Some people love to color. I am using a couple pieces from the thin cuts on this flower. I'll leave that there. So I've got a leaf and I've got a couple of flowers. And what I'm going to do is on the leaf, so this is quick and easy coloring, 101. I am going to take a marker. This one happens to be dull green. And I know that this one is my leaf. So all I'm going to do is quickly, and I mean quickly, color in this whole shape. Okay? And then literally all you have to do is stamp it. Now there's a twofold trick to this. One, I'm always telling you, if you have, you know, if you die cut something out of white, pull it over to your table somewhere where that's darker, a piece of black cardstock, to stamp it so you can see the outline better. But by coloring it in first, you don't have to do that. So, heat up this. Try not to get my head in the way, as my camera looks like it's leaning quite a bit. And we will stamp this image. And there you go. So that's a quick and easy way to color. And then there's nothing saying you can't go back with your mid color or your dark color and just add a little bit to that. But how quick and easy was that to color? Now you're thinking, well, the flowers, you can't do that. Oh, yes, we can. So I know by looking at my image that I've got two leaves here and here. Okay, so I am going to, again, color those two areas and the stem very quickly. And then I'm going to stamp that flower. Sorry for the noise. Better to tap, tap, tap than squish. When you squish, it goes up the sides, and then you might get extra ink coming off. Sorry if my head gets in the way. And don't slam stamp. Don't go boom and lift it right up. Give it time to transfer that ink, especially if it's a big solid one. There we go. And now I'm going to go back to the green because there is still a leaf up there. And I'm going to do some stem and leaf. Okay. Like so. Now you're saying, well, how are you going to do the other one? Well, I'm going to take my coral shades and a lighter color, and watch this. I'll try and keep my fingers out of it. I am going to go around the edges of that flower, and then I'm just going to make some circles and fill that in. So I am extending to the outside that color and coloring them in very quickly. And then if you want to go back and fill in a little bit of green, you can. Or you can just extend your flower to do that. Oops, forgot this part. I know, it looks a little weird, doesn't it? Hey, it's easy coloring. And then I'm just going to add a little darker. You could add some shimmer brush, all kinds of things. Okay. So now what I did is I thought, oh, well, which one of these shapes do I want? So I went and grabbed some paper that's from the Hey Handsome, which is our oops, sorry, I kicked my trash can under the table. I grabbed the Hey Handsome paper pack, and I cut the oval out, and then I also cut this bigger shape out of black. And I'm going to bring in a card, and I wanted to show you how I layered these together. Here's the card I made. So this is my Hey Handsome black, and this is green apple. Like I said, this marker was dull green, and this one is coral shades. So how did I get this all layered up? Well, I took this one and I set it there, and then I took this one. Hold on, I gotta get some adhesive. And I put a little adhesive where I thought it was gonna cross over, like this flower here. Just put some adhesive on there and started layering. Whoa, that one's shooting across the table. Okay, it's one of those days, ladies. Some days it's not beneficial for me to make a video. I hope this one doesn't continue. So then I would just keep continuing, add a leaf, add a flower, and then I went back And right here where it's not hooked, I put a little 3D foam tape. So I lift it up and I put a little 3D foam tape here, and then I did, you know, put a little more adhesive down below. So I just kind of built it like that. And then I went to my stash and I grabbed some of our ribbon, and believe it or not, this is close to my heart ribbon, way back in the day. Does anybody remember that? I'm sure some of my fellow consultants will. And I just took a glue dot and I put it on the end, and I put it on the back. Obviously it's quite a bit thicker because I got 4 pieces, and then I rotated it around, put another glue dot, and that gave me the base right here. And then I just tied a knot and put it on top. Very easy to do. So what do you think of it? And you could add, you know, and this is a shopping my stash. You're allowed to do that, ladies. Go and pull out all those things. You'll be surprised. This is julep. And you would never think, if you saw it with cardstock, to put it with green apple. But I think it just looks pretty. Okay, so there's the first card and the first quick coloring. And now I'm going to show you one more way to quickly color stuff in. So the next is the mice, and I'm just concentrating on the strawberries. And I'm going to bring in a different green. Really doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm using the same green, the same red, which is not really red. And I'm using pale pink and yellow blend. So pale pink, yellow blend, coral shades, and dull green. Okay, so for the leaves, it's really easy. I just went around and, you know, think of die cuts. I just quickly did that. Just go outside of the line so you have some to turn around. And then I took my other color and just layered a little bit for depth. And then you could even go back and use this if you want and get a little bit more. Okay, that's all I did with that. And then I cut them out. And on the, and if you ever make this, I didn't get all of this, so I tried to stamp it again, but it didn't work. It fuzzed a little bit. So I always mark a line through it, so that way if I have a lot on here, I don't accidentally start coloring that one. Waste my time and my ink, right? Next, I'm going to take pale pink for this little flower, and I'm just going to hit those lines, because then after I cut it out, I took Ballerina shimmer brush, and I just faded that out. So it gave it just a little bit of a pink hue with still some white. Okay, quick and easy. And now the strawberries, I did them all the same, but I'm going to show you on this big one, so hopefully you can see better. Okay. Oh, and this is my yellow, which is what I used for the center. But then I found a gem, and I used that instead. But if you didn't have a gem, then just, you could do that. You could also color a clear sticker. Oh my gosh, and I didn't check to see if my volume's up. I hope you can hear me. All right. So next we're going to take the coral shades, and we're going to start with the light shade. And this might be an easy trick for you guys on how to color stuff in. So remember that if you color consecutively and right away, it's really easy to blend. When it dries, it's a little bit harder. Okay, so I'm starting with the light. I'm going to move up through the 3 shades. And it's kind of like, okay, where do I want my light area to be? And I want it to be right there. Okay. Then I'm going to move to the next color, and I'm going to bring it out. Thought this was a nice strawberry color, and you can see I am not really caring too much on how I'm coloring. Now I'm going to take the dark and really go crazy, and you're going to be like, what? So I'm going to go up here. Now up here, obviously you have to take your time with it. I'm trying not to get my hand in the way so you can see. And then I'm simply going to go way outside of my boundary and color in the rest of that. Now, how fast was that? And you can see the depth from 1, 2, 3. Let me hold it up for you. And if you want to blend it a little bit more, you can go back and blend around where the two colors meet. Give it just a second to dry, and I think that looks pretty good, like a strawberry. And then next I did the leaves. So the only thing with the stem, oops, that's yellow, let's not do that, is you've got to be careful, obviously, where it hits this. But then after that, you can just go outside of the line, ta-da, and color it in. Like I said, that's our quick and easy tips today. So I'm going to show you how I cut stuff out, in case you haven't seen it in a while. Make it smaller, and I always start, I want to end up where it's easy to cut, if you will. So I'm going to start up here, and I move my paper rather than my scissors, and I always make rounded edges. Even if it's straight off, I make rounded edges. So I am just turning this paper, and if you've ever had dull scissors, I just opened up a new pack of scissors because it was just not working. So every once in a while, every few years, you have to change your scissors. So don't be afraid to do that. And as you can see, I am just following along. And you can get as close to that line as you want, or as far away, and see how it just gives you a little shaded area. And that's all I did. So, okay, let's do a leaf too, because I like to stay far away and I mimic these little edges. So hopefully you can see this. So I am going to start there, turn my paper, and now where it starts to bump, I'm going to go bump, bump, up a little, make my rounded edge, and then go to follow the bumps. You don't have to go very far in, which is the beauty of doing it this way. So I am just mimicking the shape, but I'm not anywhere near close to it. And I'm turning my paper rather than my scissors. And it takes a little practice. You're not going to be great at it right away, but the more that you practice it, the easier it is. And for some reason, I'm going to cut that bit off. For some reason, when you have that little green line around there, it frees you up to not be so cautious. Like when you're cutting this, if you're going along, it just seems like you have to be a lot more conscious of what it looks like compared to what this one looks like. Look, it's totally uneven, but it doesn't matter. So when you do it with a white line, and this is all colored in, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful of your bubble, how you go around it, okay? All right, so this is kind of a quick one today. So that's how I did that. Here's the first card, and the second card was strawberries, and flowers is this one. Get this out of the way. Now, the papers I used are actually, this is Mix-Ins paper, and this one is from Hello Darling, that 4th of July looking one. So what do you think? Colored in? Now you could go back and add some sparkle on there, would probably be real pretty. And number 2. And who doesn't love the wood grain, right? And there's the yellow gems that I found that I thought matched nicely, and they're actually the honey butter color. So there are my 2 cards today, the 2 ideas. I hope that helps you all. And my thing is really sinking down sideways. Don't know if I can fix it. There, I'll just hold it. So have fun, give it a try, and see if you like it. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday. Hey, Teresa, thanks for watching. It's sometimes hard for me to see on the phone. I hope you'll try this. And I don't see why you couldn't do it for scrapbook little, clusters as well. So, see you later.